Welcome to the 23rd Annual AASC Awards, the biggest afternoon in the service coordinator industry, where we honor the work you're doing with your residents and your community.
That's right, this is one of the biggest award shows in the country, and we're excited to bring you performances by Beyonce, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, Lizzo.
That's the Grammys lineup. Where did you get that information at? We can't make promises like that.
Oh, you said, you did say it was a star-studded event, so I just assumed.
When I said star-studded, I meant that.
Oh, well that's just funny.
I'm Ross Goldsmith, the Senior Director of Marketing, Communications, and Public Affairs.
And I'm Josh Park, Marketing and Communications Manager, and we're going to be your hosts for the next 15 minutes as you try to cram in your lunch, or if you're joining us live from California, making your 4-hour commute to your work.
So, wait, what was that?
Oh, that was our live studio audience.
How did they get in here?
They paid their membership dues.
Let's introduce our next awardee. The 2022 AASC Advocate of the Year Award goes to a member who has demonstrated extraordinary efforts to advancing the cause of the service coordination industry through leadership and public policy efforts.
The goal of this award is to highlight an exemplary leader who drives positive public policy and service coordination.
Advancing public policy is such an important part of what we do at AASC, and we couldn't do it without your support.
So, without further ado, the 2022 AASC Advocate of the Year is Angela Shikazi.
Congratulations, Angela. Here to present Angela with her award is our President and CEO, Michelle Missler.
Thanks, Ross, and congratulations, Angela.
Thanks, it means an immense amount, and I mean, it goes without saying, this is not about me. This is about, if anything, our service coordinators at Millennia and the effort that they've put in, taking time out of their busy schedules to actually do the advocating and reaching out to their respective officials, and of course AASC for making it totally easy, very simple to do, and so definitely this award is really, I have to really give it to our service coordinator bunch as well.
Tell me a little bit about what motivates you personally to be a strong advocate for service coordination and for being a strong advocate for your service coordinators underneath you, to help them understand why advocacy is so important.
Well, I think it definitely starts when my mother was ill, and she actually had a service coordinator working in the rehab facility that she had spent some time in. And I remember my sister and I meeting with that service coordinator and not really even knowing what the person's role was, but knowing they weren't a doctor, knowing that they were not, an administrator of the place. They were literally a person that could connect my mother with and really assess, what's going to be the right direction for her and give us options. And I just remember the feeling of working with this person and feeling like we had a sense of direction. So from that point on, and that was, 10 years ago now, when I came on board with Millennia and got to know about the service coordination role within the property management setting, I am just very excited about the upcoming NOFA because I want to get as many service coordinators on board into our senior properties as possible so they can work with more residents and make sure that our residents know that they're there for them.
Can you tell me a little story about all of the efforts that you do around advocacy, a success story? Because I think sometimes we put a lot of effort in and it's not always something we see right away, right? And so it's hard at times to stay motivated when it comes to advocacy because it's not an immediate gratification type of thing. It can take a lot of hard work, a lot of long time planning, and then you still may not see the fruits of your labor for quite some time.
I think about our former service coordinators in Carbondale, Illinois, and they worked in fact, their congressperson actually lived about half a mile away from the property, but they, year after year, would invite this person into the property. And finally, he actually visited. And what you just stated about sharing that personal narrative, but also realizing, wow, these people live in my backyard. And not only do these residents live there, but this is how the service coordinators are assisting them. And this is how it looks like maybe they're preventing homelessness. Maybe they're preventing people that otherwise would be off their medication to stay stable. This is what it looks like. And so I think that was a huge win to get that congressperson to even just have he had, I think, a couple resident meetings. And that was a very powerful moment for he and his staff to not only meet our service coordinators, but meet the residents and really make that connection and see how they benefit from having the service coordinators at the property.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Angela, and congratulations again.
All right, thanks, Michelle. I'm really grateful. Thank you, AASC.
You're welcome.
Wow, what an incredible advocate for service coordinators. Someone should give her an award.
Ross?
Sorry. Yeah. Congratulations again, Angela.
Successful advocacy will be more important than ever in 2023 as we seek to have the Expanding Service Coordinators Act reintroduced in the new Congress.
Make sure you reach out to AASC's Melissa Harris to see how you can get involved. And speaking of the Expanding Service Coordinators Act, this year service coordinators and the hundreds of thousands of vulnerable seniors, families, and veterans they serve were introduced to an incredible champion for the cause of service-enriched affordable housing.
Our public policy team has worked for months with his congressional office and other like-minded partners to craft the very first standalone piece in service coordinator-specific legislation.
The resulting Expanding Service Coordinators Act stands as a testament to his commitment to ensuring that families can remain healthy, happy, and housed, and is why we're proud to introduce the 2022 President's Award winner, Congressman Adam Smith of Washington State.
Without service coordinator champions like Congressman Smith and the advocacy of our members, we couldn't do the work that we do to advance the cause of supportive, affordable housing.
We're counting on your help in the new year to get the Expanding Service Coordinators Act reintroduced and voted on by Congress. The support this legislation provides is critical not only to our profession, but to those we serve.
Our congratulations and thanks go to the Congressman and his entire team for all they do for all of us. Our next award is a new one this year, but near and dear to our hearts and our work.
Funny, that's what they say about me?
Literally no one says that about you.
Well, they do say that about our next award winner. This year, we're honoring those we serve by presenting the 2022 AASC Resident of the Year Award to a resident in affordable housing whose community outreach improved the future of those in their community.
Resident-led initiatives such as peer support networks, community projects, advocacy efforts, and educations that drive communities and neighbors to serve was the focus of this award.
And we were blown away by the sheer volume and caliber of the nominations we received for this award, a testament to how incredible the people are we serve and the love we have for them.
With that said, the 2022 AASC Resident of the Year Award goes to Johnny Mae Harris of Behringer Gardens, North Carolina.
Well, we'll go live to our own Michelle Missler, who's standing by with Miss Harris.
Thank you, guys. And thank you, Ms. Harris, for joining us today. I am so excited to honor you with the Resident of the Year Award.
Thank you so very much, and God bless you.
Can you share a little bit about yourself with us today?
Yes, my name is Johnny Mae Harris. I have stayed in Behringer Gardens for 7 years. I came in here in 15, and I've been here 7 years. I enjoy myself. Ever since I've been helping people to the bank, store, doctor, hospital, whatever they want to do, I do it.
So when you're able to help them, how does that make you feel?
I feel real good. I love helping people. My mother used to say, as I travel this route, help everybody because somebody might have to help me.
That is absolutely true.
But I love doing what I do.
So what does it mean to you to be a good neighbor? If your mother told you to help somebody else, what are the things that you're doing as a neighbor to your peers, to your neighbors, to help them? What are the things that you love to do the most?
Well, first of all, I love going to church. I kept some people to church with me. And I used to, when I was working, bring my patients home for holidays and let them eat. And they enjoyed it. And I take them back to the hospital and nursing home. And it's just something I love doing.
Yeah. When you first moved in 7 years ago, was it something that you just started doing right away?
Ever since I came up in here, like a month later, Johnny Mae can take me to the store. Johnny Mae, I need to go to the bank. Johnny Mae, I need to go to the doctor. Whatever they ask me, I do.
Well, there's definitely a great place for you there, and I'm sure that all of your neighbors are extremely happy to have you there. I know that we at AASC really are proud to know that you are someone we're connected to, and your service coordinator sees you as a wonderful resident at your property. And we just want to commend you on being the first annual Ask Resident of the Year. So thank you so much, Ms. Harris.
Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Wow, what an incredible role model for us all.
I hope you were taking notes.
For your performance review.
Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for is here.
My breakfast arrived? It's time to unveil the winner of the 2022 Service Coordinator of the Year Award. We received 357 nominations representing 48 states and tens of thousands of individuals served. Our nominations committee worked around the clock, without water, without sleep, without bathroom breaks, to determine the most incredible recipient of this award.
This award recognizes and celebrates an individual service coordinator for their innovative programs, outstanding achievements, and contributions made toward the profession.
Now, let it be said, this was a tough decision, and we know there are thousands of service coordinators all across the country working hard and doing incredible things, connecting communities and helping their residents stay healthy, happy, and housed.
So, for the 23rd time in our organization's history, the Service Coordinator of the Year Award goes to Selena Reagan.
Congratulations, Selena. Here again to present the award is Ask President and CEO, Michelle Missler.
Thanks, guys. And congratulations, Selena. We are so incredibly proud of you. How does it feel to be the Service Coordinator of the Year?
Very humbling, very humbling. I'm so appreciative. In my profession, I've always thought that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So that's exactly how I feel. It's a blessing and an honor to receive this award.
Well, I would love to hear a little bit from you, how you got involved in service coordination and what does it mean to you to be a service coordinator?
15 years ago, I was blessed with the opportunity to work directly with the elderly. I was actually in HR for a long time and transitioned to service coordination, and that has been a true blessing. I love working one-on-one with my residents. Each day I walk into the properties and it's not just a brick and mortar building, it's their home. You're walking into their home. So it's a privilege to serve them, to provide services that keep them independently and living in their home.
That's fantastic, and the exact reason why we do what we do as service coordinators and those that support the residents in affordable housing. So in thinking about your role as a service coordinator, what do you consider to be the most impactful thing that you have done?
The most impactful thing to me is advocacy. We are their voices, whether it be local communities, coordinating high schoolers to come visit the properties, making law enforcement aware that we're here, that our properties are elderly, or even going state and locally, state and nationally, whether it's writing campaign letters, making those phone calls, being an advocate for them. I had the privilege of providing a statement to a testimony to the Louisiana Capitol Housing Appropriations Committee.
Wow.
And able to do the testimony, let them know that the Community Choice Waiver Program had such a long list. So in a room that was filled with people that are impacted by this day in and day out, and have the opportunity to provide that testimony and to help my residents have a voice was truly a blessing. That was probably one of my career highlights.
That's fantastic.
On our Louisiana Capitol for that. Yes, absolutely.
And what was the outcome?
We end up having 500 new slots added to the waiver list, which was truly phenomenal to know that 500 other families and seniors were going to be blessed with someone providing in-home services was such a great outcome. Yes.
That is incredible. That is such a great story of, not only advocating on behalf of your residents and their needs, but also the profession in general. So it's no secret that service coordinators have had a rough couple of years with the pandemic and supporting our residents and making sure that they have everything they need and are socially connected. I'm sure that you, just like most other service coordinators, have felt burnout or have felt exhausted mentally, physically, from the role of being a service coordinator at times during the last few years and probably even before that. Talk to me a little bit about what motivates you to come back to work every single day. What makes you want to walk back in those doors and support?
Right. It's the winning days. Not every day is going to be a day full of accomplishments, but you have to strive for those winning days. I have a resident that was several years ago diagnosed with breast cancer. Being from Southwest Louisiana, we are in very rural areas. I have 4 properties, and 2 of those properties lie within villages. They have a census between 600 to 800. I mean, they're very small. There's no stop sign. There's no red lights. I mean, it's very, very rural. It's not P-row and fight the alligators off rural. Let me just put that out there. Being from Louisiana, that's not what we're about. But transportation is difficult. It's very difficult. So to go to her treatments, we had to find transportation for her. One way is a 45-minute drive. So for this particular resident, it was a 45-minute drive there, 45-minute drive back. Took us weeks, but we finally got a call, and it wasn't what we were asking for. It was actually an organization in another parish that offered to provide a hotel for my resident directly across the street from where she was getting treatments. Okay.
Oh.
So they provided this for 7 days and 7 nights. So it wasn't transportation, but it was a plop down right on the other side of that building for her to attend her radiation treatments every day. So the bright part to that story is that letting my resident know that came through for her. Her reaction, of course, was gratefulness, but she said, "Miss Selena, I've never stayed in a hotel before in all my life." She said, "It's going to be like a vacation." So that, my friend, is a winning day. And that's what we as service coordinators strive for.
I want to say congratulations again. We are so proud of you. We are so proud to have you as a member of AASC. And I know on behalf of your organization and the residents who live in the property, they are so grateful for you and the services that you provide.
Thank you so much. So very humbled. And just like I said, I love what I do. Love what I do.
Well, keep doing it. You're doing it well.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
Incredible. What an amazing example of how vital service coordinators are for the people who they serve. We're so appreciative of your work and your commitment. It's seriously what drives us to do our work every single day.
And we've enjoyed celebrating with you today. And a special shout out to our President and CEO, Michelle Missler, for her interviews with our award winners.
And thanks to you both for doing such a great job of hosting.
Mostly me, right?
Without a doubt.
All right, well, we've again enjoyed every minute of today. Thanks again. It's time for the after party. You guys got this, right? Thanks. Let's introduce our next awardee. The 2022 Ask Advocate of the Year award goes to a member who's demonstrated extraordinary efforts to advancing the cause of the social coordination industry. Social coordination industry?
Yeah, I was like, that's
What? Let's introduce our first awardee. The 2022 Ask Advocate of the Year award goes to a member who's demonstrated an extraordinary effort towards the service coordinator industry through leadership and dedication to public policy.
This award highlights an exemplary leader. I don't have to talk that much for this one. Okay.
You got this.
Incredible.
We've enjoyed celebrating with you today, and we've been especially thankful to have our President and CEO, Michelle Missler, do the interviews with our award winners.
And thanks to you both for doing such a great job of hosting. Sorry.
Totally
That's
good.
okay. So now it's hard. Hard work.